2:48. Always smell like rain and cigarettes. Still awake somehow. Outside again, same wet shoes again. Blue lights moving on my hands again. Walking home like losing on purpose. Outside again, train sparks blur again. Still not ready to go home somehow. Still outside again. Phone dying slow inside my pocket. Microwave glow under somebody's door. Neighbor yelling through paper thin walls again. Bottles clinking near the stairwell downstairs. Rain stuck cold inside my hoodie sleeves. Taxi lights dragging across wet pavement. Told myself don't walk tonight. Then my room started sounding too loud. Crosswalk blinking through dirty puddles. Delivery bike flying through red lights. Some drunk guy laughing near the station. Smoke breath floating underneath street lights. Everybody got somewhere warm tonight. I just keep walking past closed doors, headphones low, while the rain keeps falling. Whole city blurred through reflections. Outside again, cold smoke breath again. Blue lights shaking in the puddles again. Walking slow through fluorescent rain. Outside again, miss my stop again. Maybe walking shuts my head off somehow. Still not ready to go home. Train rails humming underneath the block. Bus brakes screaming near the corner light. I check my dead phone one more time, like your name still might appear somehow. Convenience store glowing at the corner. Coffee smell drifting through the door. Funny how outside feels easier lately than sitting quiet inside my room. I passed my apartment entrance twice. Still don't wanna take the elevator up. Morning hiding somewhere in the clouds. Street lights fading softer now. Whole night slipping through my headphones. Rainwater drying on my sleeves. And I'm still walking without thinking. Like stopping means feeling everything. Outside again, same wet shoes again. Blue lights moving on my hands again. Walking home like losing on purpose. Outside again, whole skyline gray again. Headphones low while the morning starts. Still outside somehow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Whoa. That sound stuck in my head all week. Wait, walk, wait, walk. Every green light telling me keep moving. Wait, walk, wait, walk. Even when I don't know where I'm going. Rainwater dripping on my hood slow. White lines glowing through dirty puddles. Bar door opening somewhere behind me. Whole street smell like smoke and beer. Bus brakes screaming near the corner light. Police lights dragging across wet windows. I pass everybody with my head down low, like maybe nobody notices. Tired people, cold coffee shaking inside my hand. Train noise echoing underneath the block. Some couple laughing outside the station. Somebody sleeping inside their backseat. Everybody moving somewhere tonight. And I'm just crossing streets again somehow. Headphones low while the rain keeps falling. Whole city blurred through reflections. Wait, walk, wait, walk. Every green light telling me keep moving. Wait, walk, wait, walk. Even when I got nowhere left to go. The text still pinned at the top somehow. Thumb sitting over car for a second. Train noise loud enough to kill the thought. Smoke breath fading underneath street lights. Somebody throwing up behind the alley. Taxi headlights sliding through the rain. Funny how the city feels louder lately. Whenever I try not thinking about you. Crosswalk counting backwards again. Blue reflections moving on my sleeves. I walk circles round the same 4 blocks, like maybe I missed something somewhere. Morning getting closer through the clouds, but I still don't wanna go inside. Whole night slipping through my headphones, and I still keep moving somehow. Wait, walk, wait, walk. Whole night moving in circles again. Wait, walk, wait. Still hearing your voice in the signal tone. Wait, walk. Rain falling slow again. Headphones low while the morning stars. Still awake somehow. Yeah. Open all night. Guess I am too. Open all night, 4:05 under fluorescent white. Whole city is asleep, but the sign's still bright. And I still don't wanna go home. Open all night, receipt folded in my jacket twice. Microwave light, feel warmer than people tonight. Still pretending I'm alright. Cup noodles turning slow in microwave light. Cashier barely saying have a good night. Umbrella dripping near the cigarette rack. Coffee machine buzzing by the wall. My hoodie still cold from outside rain. Phone screen cracked near 1%. Muted baseball game on the corner TV. Nobody looking up at it. Microwave beep cuts through the silence. Rain sliding sideways down the glass. Some kid left fries near the soda machine. Wet shoes squeaking on the tile floor. Funny how this place feels safer tonight than anywhere I actually live. I stay longer than I really need to, just to avoid my apartment somehow. Open all night, street lights blurred across the glass. Whole city moving somewhere without me tonight. And I still don't wanna go home. Open all night, coffee warm in both my hands. Microwave light, feel warmer than people tonight. Still awake somehow. Train noise shaking softly through the floor. Cashier says take care without looking up, and somehow that almost broke me. Blue reflections sliding on the fridge door. Smoke breath fading near the entrance. Delivery scooters cutting through the rain. Whole night humming underneath fluorescent lights, like the city never really sleeps. I scroll through old conversations again. Thumb moving slower than usual tonight. Outside buses hiss through wet streets. Inside nothing really changes. Morning getting closer through the windows, but I still don't wanna leave yet. Headphones low while the heater hums, and the rain keeps falling somehow. Open all night, everybody passing through the night, except me still sitting under humming lights. Open all night, rain tapping soft against the glass. Whole city fading in the morning now. Still awake somehow. Microwave dinner for one again. Kitchen light buzzing overhead. TV glow filling up the room, more than people ever did. Microwave beep in the silence. Plastic fork scraping the tray. Another long night, half awake, trying to finish the day. Convenience store seat in my coat. Still got rainwater on my shoes. Keys tossed somewhere near the door. Same routine I always do. Microwave turning slow, like it's tired too somehow. Apartment colder than before, but I stopped noticing now. The neighbors laugh through the wall, some late night show still playing low. I eat standing by the sink tonight, 'cause the couch got covered in clothes. And honestly, I'm too tired to clean it up. Microwave dinner for one again, TV light flickering through the room, phone face down beside the plate. Nothing really new. I keep saying weekends help, but somehow they disappear. One more frozen meal at midnight, one more quiet year. Fridge humming like an old motel, half the bulbs already dead. Unfinished dishes in the sink, stacking conversations unsaid. There's ketchup stains on my hoodie still, didn't even wash it yet. Funny how tiny things survive long after people left. Outside the window, cars keep passing by, everybody heading somewhere, while I just let time slide. Microwave clock blinking 12:03, like it forgot itself again. Guess me too. Microwave dinner for one again, TV light burning through the dark. Who knew loneliness could look like this? Just small routines falling apart. Plastic container on my lap, cold air drifting through the room. I keep telling myself I'm fine, but these nights get heavier too. And I don't even cry about it, that's the part that scares me now. I just eat, watch static light, and let the midnight play too loud. TV glows softer now, half-eaten food gone cold somehow. Kitchen light still humming low. Tomorrow probably looks the same. Gas station coffee in an open road, half the city sleeping while I drive slow. Paper cup warming up my hands tonight, blue lights glowing in the cold outside. Engine humming like an old friend now, windows cracked just to hear the sound. No destination on the map tonight, still feels better than staying inside. Stop somewhere off Route 9, bought the cheapest coffee I could find. Lady at the counter looked half away too. Guess everybody survives somehow. Street lights buzzing over empty palms, cold air waking my body up. Black sky stretching past the signs, like the whole world finally quieted down. For a second, everything felt still in a good way. Not lonely, just far away. Gas station coffee in an open road, half the city sleeping while I drive slow. Tires humming soft beneath the rain, carrying all this weight away. One hand resting on the wheel, cheap caffeine, dashboard glow. Maybe healing looks like this sometimes, driving nowhere alone. just painful somehow. I used to rush through nights like this, trying to outrun everything. Now I let the road move slow, like I finally got nowhere to prove to anybody. There's comfort in these little things. Warm cup in the cup holder, cold air through the window crack, the silence riding shotgun. Gas station coffee in an open road, headlights cutting through the dark below. Headlights cutting through the dark below. For the first time in a long damn while, I don't feel trapped inside my mind. Half the city sleeping while I drive slow highway, stretching farther than I know. No big miracle, no life change, just this quiet freedom in the rain. I keep driving past the exit signs like maybe I don't need to rush this life. Maybe healing in some acid thing. Maybe it's just nights like these. Gas station coffee in the cup holder, sky getting lighter over the road. Engine steady underneath me now. I keep driving nice and slow.
Midnight burger run again. Fries on the passenger seat, windows fogging from the heat, radio singing over me. Drive-through lights glowing gold, half this town already closed. But somehow nights like this still hit, like being young without trying to be. Hey. Pulled in with the gas light on, didn't even know what I wanted. Girl on the speaker sounded tired too. Guess everybody working late tonight. Paper bag smell filling up the car, grease stains on old receipts. Dashboard covered in salt again, honestly made me laugh a little. No deep thoughts tonight, no heavy memories, just fries getting cold beside me and some dumb song on the radio. Midnight burger run again, fries on the passenger seat, city lights sliding by the glass, while the bass shakes underneath. I used to think happiness was huge, now I think it's nights like these. Cheap food, warm air, empty roads, and finally feeling free. Ketchup packet burst on my jeans, didn't even care tonight. Took the long way through downtown, just watching traffic lights change colors. Saw somebody dancing at a red light, taxi driver singing hard. For a second everybody out tonight felt connected somehow. Maybe lonely people find each other without talking, just passing through the same neon streets, trying to survive another week. Midnight burger run again, fries on the passenger seat, windows down, radio loud, singing through the empty streets. All these late night city lights look beautiful tonight somehow, like maybe life ain't always fixed, but it still gives you moments like this now. Cheap burgers, cold midnight air, laughing alone like I don't care, driving fast through the yellow light glow, feeling more alive than I have in months. Midnight burger run winding down, empty wrappers on the floor now, radio fading soft to slow, still smiling, driving home.
Wipers moving side to side. Like thoughts that won't shut off tonight. Left lane in the rain. Every exit looking the same again. City lights melting across the glass. Still driving anyway. Left lane in the rain. Engine louder than my thoughts again. No destination on the GPS tonight. Still missing somebody. Yeah. Dashboard glowing soft blue-gray. Gaslight blinking in, empty again. Rain stretching lights across the windshield. Whole highway looking out for sleep. Window cracked for the cold air noise. Static coming through old speakers. Hands locked tight around the steering wheel, like I'm driving away from myself. Bridge lights floating over black water. Truck tires spraying dirty rain sideways. Some late night radio host talking softly, like he doesn't wanna wake anybody up. I pass signs too fast to even read now. Headlights sliding across concrete walls. Whole city drifting in reflections, while I keep missing every exit. Left lane in the rain. Street lights fading in the gray again. Rainwater running down the glass tonight. Still driving anyway. Left lane in the rain. Cold coffee sitting by my hand again. Maybe motion keeps my head quiet somehow. Still not going home, yeah. Gas station coffee taste burnt again. Same old hook repeating on the speakers. Smoke breath disappearing near the window. Morning getting closer through the clouds. Funny how I always end up driving whenever my room gets too quiet lately. Funny how highways feel less lonely than sitting still with my own thoughts. Tires humming underneath the baseline. Rain tapping harder on the rooftop now. I circle back near the river bridge without even meaning to somehow. Whole skyline fading pale blue-gray. Headphones low while the sky gets lighter. And I'm still driving without thinking, like stopping means feeling everything. Left lane in the rain. Every exit looking the same again. Whole skyline fading into morning now. Still driving anyway. Left lane in the rain. Engine louder than my thoughts again. Headlights disappearing through the fog tonight. Still awake somehow.
White lines passing under slow. Dashboard lit in silver glow. Just headlights running through the dark. No real destination anymore. Interstate signs blur overhead. Radio voices half unsaid. Somewhere between these towns tonight, I disappeared into the drive. 3 a.m. outside of Tulsa, or maybe somewhere after that. Every exit starts looking the same. Every motel glowing sad. Truck stop, coffee on my breath. Windows humming with cold wind. The farther that I drive tonight, the lighter my chest gets. No one calling asking where I'm at. Phone battery almost dead. And honestly, I kinda like it better like this. I became an interstate ghost, floating somewhere coast to coast. through the dark, tail lights burning like falling stars. No past, no future tonight, just movement under endless sky. The road signs flash like memories, gone before I fully read them. AM radio preacher voices breaking through the static again. Every mile feels detached now, like I'm slipping out of town. Somewhere between exhausted and free, somewhere between lost and alive. There's still fries under the passenger seat from somewhere back in Illinois. Funny what survives these drives, tiny stupid evidence of being alive. I became an interstate ghost, no home, waiting, no clock moving, just the highway stretching out forever like the night finally let me through. It just headlights running through the dark, city lights falling far behind, and for a second out here my mind finally went quiet. No big answers, no grand ending, just tires singing against the road. And all this weight I used to carry disappearing mile by mile alone. White lines fading underneath, morning somewhere up ahead. Maybe radio static drifting low. I keep driving like a ghost. Windows down in winter again, cold air cutting through my skin. City lights blurring the lines, breathing deeper than I have in months tonight. Cold air running through my lungs, half the world already gone to sleep, but the road still pull me forward, and I finally feel something moving in me. Yeah, hands freezing on the steering wheel, heater off just to feel what's real. Street lights flick across the dash like memories burning too fast. Red tail lights stretch through the dark, radio low, heart beating hard. Every breath turns white in the air, like I'm finally exhaling everything. Windows down in winter again, cold air running through my lungs, headlights rushing past me fast, like the whole world moving on. I used to sit still with my thoughts, now I let the road carry them. Somewhere between the freezing wind and the skyline, I started breathing again. Bridge lights hanging overhead, silver rivers underneath, tides humming steady now, like they're syncing up with me. I don't even know where I'm headed, and honestly that feels alright. No pressure to become somebody, no need to solve my whole life tonight. Just this road, this speed, this cold midnight air, and somehow that's enough. Windows down in winter again, screaming my thoughts into the wind. Cold air tearing through the car, like it's ripping all this numbness apart. Cold air running through my lungs, city lights burning below. For the first time in forever, I don't feel stuck anymore. No fake smiles, no big victory, just my heart finally waking up somewhere between these empty Windows down in winter again. Cold air, softer near the end. Skyline fading in the rear view slow. Deep breath in, keep driving home. Dashboard glow on my tired face. 214 and the lights half gray. Engine running like it knows my name. I should leave but I stay. I'm still sitting in the empty parking lot. Just one more song before I go home. One more light, one more smoke, one more minute being alone. Coffee cup rolling by my feet. Radio static and broken beats. Someone left a card out in the rain. Everything tonight feels the same. Chevron lights blink overhead, like even neon wants some rest. Phone screen lighting up, then dying cold. Nobody asking where I've been anymore. And honestly, that part hurts less now. I just drive, work, sleep, repeat somehow. I'm still sitting in the empty parking lot, watching headlights disappear and fade. I tell myself I'm heading home soon, but I've said that for an hour straight. Just one more song before I go home. Just one more lap around this town. Silence waiting in my apartment feels louder than the highway sounds. The heater barely works again. My hands smell like gas and winter air. There's dust collecting on the passenger side. Nobody sat there in a while. I used to hate these lonely nights. Now they fit me kinda right, like old jackets left inside the trunk. Wrinkled cold but comfortable enough. Exit signs glowing through the fog. Every year moves too damn fast, and I keep driving circles through this town, trying not to think too hard. I'm still sitting in the empty parking lot, city lights shaking through the fog, windows down, heart too tired to stop driving like the night might fix it all. Just one more song before I go home. Just one more exit, keep me going, tires humming like a sad old choir. Lonely people running on desire. Don't wanna walk into that room yet, don't wanna hear the fridge light hum. So I keep driving through the midnight air like someone might still need me somewhere. Dashboard glow fading softer now. Parking lot almost empty out. Engine settling low. I whisper alright and drive home slow.
Ceiling fan shadows moving slow across the walls I barely know. 4:13 and I'm still awake, watching darkness bend and shake. Phone light glow against my face. Nothing new but I still wait. Quiet room, cold, empty bed. Too tired to sleep again. The fan keeps turning overhead, like it's counting every thought instead. Same three memories every night, different shapes and different lights. Street lamp leaking through the blinds, painting lines across my eyes. Somewhere outside, tires hiss on rain. Everybody moving but me again. I tried music, I tried silence, tried pretending I was fine with this. But every night gets longer lately, even when I'm exhausted. Ceiling fan shadows moving slow. 4 a.m. and nowhere to go. Mind running circles in the dark, like an old car that won't restart. I keep turning on my phone, like someone might suddenly know how to quiet all this noise inside a room this small. There's a water stain above the bed, looks different every night instead. Sometimes like a coastline fading out, sometimes like a face I knew. Somehow I should probably sleep soon. Morning comes too fast these days. Coffee breath and tired eyes carry me through everything. The weird part is nothing's even wrong tonight. No disaster, no goodbye, just this heavy feeling I can't switch off anymore. Ceiling fan shadows moving slow, spinning through my head all night. 4 a.m. and I'm still staring up, trying to outlast my mind. All the small mistakes, old texts, empty days, people I don't call anymore, flowing through the dark above me like it's stuck inside the sailing tube. The room feels like it's closing in, but nothing's really happening. That's the thing that breaks me most, is quiet, never-ending exhaustion. Ceiling fan shadows slowing down, sky turning slightly gray now. Birds somewhere outside the room, finally tired enough. Apartment 304 still awake tonight. Bathroom light glowing pale white. Washing machine humming soft again, like it knows me better than my friends. TV noise leaking through the wall. Tiny kitchen laundry pile. Another quiet night alone, starting to feel a little like home. Keys dropped onto the counter slow, work shirt hanging by the door. Microwave clock still blinking wrong, never fixed it after all. Steam rising from a late shower, fogged up mirror, tired eyes. Standing there too long again, like I'm waiting for another light. But honestly, these nights don't scare me like before. There's comfort in knowing exactly where the floor creaks in this room. Apartment 304 still awake tonight. Washing machine humming soft again. Half the city sleeping somewhere else, while I fold clothes at 1 a.m. TV glow, flickering blue, sink still full from yesterday. Somehow all these little things make the loneliness easier to take. There's a dent forming in the couch, right where I always sit. Same old blanket every night, same half-finished shows again. Rain taps softly near the window AC, cold air drifting through the room.
gray sky. Now silence settles easier too. Maybe growing older looks like this. Learning small routines by heart. Learning peace ain't always exciting. Sometimes it's just not falling apart. Apartment 304 still awake tonight. Bathroom light still burning low. Washing machines don't wanna let me go. I know this life ain't perfect, no. These nights still get too long. But somewhere between the quiet moments, I stop feeling completely lost. TV static, folded towels, midnight, water running slow. All these tiny ordinary things started feeling close to home. Apartment 304, finally quiet now. Bathroom light turned off somehow. Washing machine stopped spinning slow. I let the room breathe. Keys at the table, shoes by the door. Same room, different skies somehow. Same room, sunrise. Same room, sunrise. Still got rainwater in my eyes tonight. Whole night walking just to realize nothing really changed inside. Same room, sunrise. Headphones finally going quiet now. City slowing down outside the glass, but my head's still running. Morning light slipping through the blinds. Blue night fading off the kitchen walls. Wet hoodie hanging near the window still. Whole apartment smell like cold rain. Microwave clock says 6:09 again. Guess I lost another night somewhere. Birds starting up outside the buildings like nothing happened at all. Pipes moving softly through the hallway walls. Neighbor footsteps starting up again. Coffee smell drifting from another room. Another day arriving anyway. I sit beside the fogged up window frame, watching gray clouds erase the rain. Whole city slowly turning brighter now, while I still feel half awake. Same room, sunrise. Still hearing train sounds in my head tonight. Whole night moving just to realize I can't outrun my own thoughts. Same room, sunrise. Blue light fading from my hands now. Maybe mornings feel this quiet somehow. After sleepless nights, I empty coins onto the kitchen counter. Receipt still folded in my jacket pocket. Phone battery finally dies for real. Screen turning black inside my hand. Funny how outside felt easier lately than sitting quiet inside this room. Funny how the rain kept hiding things until the morning showed everything. I look outside at passing buses, people already heading somewhere. Whole city moving like nothing happened, like last night belonged to nobody. And I'm still sitting near the window, headphones silent for the first time, trying not to think too hard about how I have to do this all again tonight. Same room, sunrise. Still got rainwater in my eyes tonight. Whole night walking just to realize nothing really changed inside. Same room, sunrise. Whole skyline pale blue-gray now. Headphones quiet while the morning starts. Still awake somehow. Same room, same chair, same hoodie, same air. Still awake.
Everything's spinning, still can't sleep somehow. Laundromat lights, buzzing over tired eyes tonight. Everything clean, but I still feel worn. Round and round inside. Laundromat lights, rainwater drying on my sleeves tonight. Whole city moving somewhere outside while I stay frozen here. Laundry room glowing pale blue white, coins dropping soft in the machine slot. Dryer heat fogging up the windows, whole room smell like soap and smoke. Your hoodie folded near the plastic basket, still smell your shampoo somehow. I stare too long at the spinning glass, like answers might appear inside it. Old TV hanging from the ceiling corner, nobody paying attention to it. Machine doors slam like distant train sounds, every cycle sounding exactly the same. Blue phone light reflecting in the glass, thumb scrolling up then back down slow. Whole night humming underneath fluorescent lights, and I still can't stop thinking. Laundromat lights, everything drying except my head tonight. Rain still trapped inside my hoodie sleeves. Round and round again. Laundromat lights, whole room buzzing soft and low tonight. Maybe staying here feels easier somehow than going back home. Someone sleeping near the folding table, coffee cup cold beside their hand. Outside buses hiss through wet streets, inside nothing really changes. Morning getting closer through the windows, machine still spinning underneath the lights. Funny how this place feels warmer lately than anywhere I actually live. I reread your last message again, like maybe somehow it changes tonight. Smoke breath fading near the entrance, rainwater drying on the tile floor. Whole city slowly turning pale gray, but the fluorescent lights stay humming, and I'm still sitting here without moving, like standing up means feeling everything. Laundromat lights, buzzing over tired eyes tonight. Everything clean, but I still feel warm. Round and round inside. Laundromat lights, whole skyline fading into morning now. Machine still spinning softly somewhere, still awake somehow. Doors closing, please stand clear. Nobody talking in here tonight. First train home, whole car quiet except headphones. Everybody trying not to feel alone under fluorescent dawn. First train home, still smelling rain inside my coat. Everybody waking up before I even sleep, still not ready for home. Yeah. First train humming through tunnel walls, Wet umbrellas dripping in my shoes, phone lights glowing on empty faces. Old car smelling like rain and coffee. I lean against freezing window glass. Watch gray building slide half asleep. Morning barely showing through the clouds. Still carrying last night around. Train map blinking soft green overhead. Broken speaker reading station name. Some guy sleeping through a stop again. Nobody even tries to wake him. Outside all the signs turn pale gray. Street lights fading near the river bridge. Whole city slowly coming back alive, while I still feel half asleep. First train home, tunnel lights flicker on my face. Slow rainwater drying on my sleeves tonight. Still not ready for home. First train home, headphones low while the morning starts. Maybe movement keeps my head quiet somehow. Still awake again. Coffee smell drifting through the station. Cold air rushing when the doors slide open. Somebody running down the platform stairs, like they're already late for something. Funny how mornings feel unreal lately, after nights that never really end. Funny how the city keeps moving, even when I feel completely stuck. My reflection floating on the dark glass. Blue light sliding underneath my eyes. Whole night replaying in fragments, while tunnel walls blur underneath the rain. And I keep riding past my station without even meaning to somehow. Like going home means sitting still again, and finally hearing my own thoughts. First train home, whole car quiet except headphones. Everybody trying not to feel alone under fluorescent dawn. First train home, whole skyline turning pale gray now. Tunnel lights fading one by one tonight. Still awake somehow. Morning already. The sky looks softer before sunrise today. Blue turning silver behind the buildings. I open the window for the first time in weeks. Cold air filling the apartment slowly. Coffee steaming beside the laptop glow. Birds replacing sirens outside. For a second the room didn't feel haunted, just quiet, just tired. I found your hoodie folded near the chair, and finally moved it without breaking down. Still hurt, just less violently than before. Maybe healing sounds this quiet. Before the sun came up, still here somehow. Before the sun came up, the room got quieter tonight. Cold air, soft light, 5 a.m. Still breathing before the sun came up. Still here. The kitchen light turned off before morning. I didn't notice until hours later. The TV stayed silent all night long, and somehow I didn't need the noise. Messages still sitting unsent in my phone, but hurting less than yesterday. Like old photographs in a closed drawer. Still important, just not bleeding anymore. The city outside kept waking up normally. Coffee shops opening, buses moving, people carrying ordinary sadness into daylight. Before the sun came up, still here somehow. 5 a.m. bird sounds, window open, cold air tonight. Before the sun came up, I finally heard myself again. Still here, still here. Still here. 512.
Still alive at sunrise, morning light across the dash. Empty roads turning gold, now disappearing fast. Coffee cups rolling by my feet, tired eyes burning quietly. Whole city waking up again, and somehow so am I. Street sweepers moving slow downtown, traffic lights blinking yellow now. Last few bars still shutting down, while birds start making noise outside. I've been driving since midnight, maybe longer honestly. Lost track somewhere between the highway and my thoughts again. But the strange thing is, the world looks softer in the morning, like even sadness gets quieter with sunlight on. It's still alive at sunrise, morning light across the dash. After all those empty nights, I'm still moving forward somehow. No miracle waiting for me, no movie ending scene, just another morning slowly rising over streets that carried me. There's frost still sitting on the hood, cold air drifting through the cracked window. Radio host laughing softly now, talking like life just keeps going. Maybe surviving counts too, maybe healing ain't becoming someone new. Maybe it's simply continuing. One more sunrise, one more drive home, one more chance to keep breathing through it all. Still alive at sunrise, morning light floating through the glass. All these nights I thought would break me somehow didn't last. The sky turning colors over empty interstate lanes. For a second everything feels huge, like my life ain't wasted just because it hurts sometimes. Still alive at sunrise, heart still beating through the static tires, humming like a final hymn for every lonely night I survived inside this car. I don't feel fixed, don't feel safe, don't even know where this road ends, but the sun keeps rising over the city and I keep driving through it again. Still alive at sunrise, morning light across the dash. City waking up behind me slowly. I take one deep breath, turn the radio low, and keep driving home. Snow keeps falling slow and deep, every step gets hard to keep. Breathing in this frozen air, like I vanished somewhere. All the noise I used to hear doesn't even reach me here. Only silence in my chest, only weight I never left. I feel it pulling me down, but I don't make a sound. Let it fall, let it stay. I don't need to run away. In the cold, in the white, I can finally feel the sky. Let it break, let it fade. All the things I used to chase, standing still, feeling small, but I'm part of it all. Every breath turns into mist, like I don't exist in this, but I feel it in my veins, something bigger than the pain.